guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you very much for watching. Today is going to be the start of a new series that I'm going to do on here going into the new year, and it's going to inform where I'm at with my wardrobe and where I'm at with my personal style. Also, I'm hoping basically I'm going to go through my entire wardrobe. Now the motivation for this is that lots of you know that I moved house in September and I've not had any issues with space, but things have started to fill up again and I'm now at the point where I need to have a big clear out. And the best way to motivate myself with stuff like this is to tie it into some sort of work. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm basically going to go through my entire wardrobe, try on every single item, and then curate each section of the wardrobe, so in categories like denim, jackets, knitwear, etc. And then review the items, decide what I'm going to sell, what might go to charity, and then have a selection of my favourite ones. I was going to do a video about my most worn items of the past year, but I find with those that it's really easy to end up just focusing on what I've worn in the most recent months because they seem most relevant to me, just because of the closeness in time. Whereas doing this would make me think on a bigger scale about my entire wardrobe, make me evaluate what is in my wardrobe, what maybe I would like to introduce to my wardrobe, maybe shop my own wardrobe in many ways of things that I didn't know that I had. Obviously this sort of ties into an idea of sustainable shopping, and it will tie into how the things that I do want to go and buy. This isn't me saying that I'm creating a capsule wardrobe that I'm going to stick to, because that wouldn't suit my own relationship with fashion. I'd find it too limiting, too uninspiring, and that's just me being entirely honest. I honestly don't think capsule wardrobes are for everybody in terms of the joy and the creativity and the inspiration that fashion can give you in your day-to-day life, and I know personally I'd feel too limited by it. But I am hoping this will be a way to make me just be more conscious of what I have already, basically. Now I'm going to be really honest about every single piece as to whether I've bought it, whether it's been sent to me, how much I've worn it. There are going to be things in my wardrobe that I have never ever worn, which is obviously not something that I want to promote, but it's part and parcel of the job that I have. I get sent a lot of stuff, not all of it gets worn. So I'm going to try and go through things individually in that way, so you will guys also get an idea of how my wardrobe has been built up to this point and how I'm going to make decisions about whether I keep these pieces or not. So it should be quite informative. It's going to be a real test on my memory. Now obviously the wardrobe is huge, it goes the full length of here and it is in another room as well. So this video is just going to be focused on this, but I think going forward I might put the content in vlogs, so that there's some other different types of content either side of this, just so it doesn't get too dull. And so yeah, the bigger categories will need videos to themselves though, and today I thought I'd start with jackets and coats, because mostly just jackets probably. I have a huge collection of jackets, and that section of the wardrobe is definitely feeling like it is overflowing, so I thought this would be a good place to start. Now, quickly, I'm just wearing a Topshop t-shirt, a Topshop belt and jeans from System, just before I get asked those questions. Now, I'm literally just going to empty everything out and try on everything and try and discuss through each item a little bit, and then things that are going to be kept are going to go back in the wardrobe, and things which are going will go into piles of being sold or to the charity shop. I sell things on Depop or Vestiaire depending on the price of the item, but not everything will be going on there straight away. It's going to take me a while to sort through all of this. So let's start. First things first, I have this Levi's denim jacket. Now I'm already struggling to remember if I bought this. This was sent to me for a project I did with, I can't remember which, because I've worked with Levi's separately, but I remember them sending me 2 different sizes or 2 different styles of the same thing. See, you can already see how excessive this is. So I believe this is a men's one and this is a more women's. No, I'm getting mixed up. That's the smaller one I bought myself for testing basics. This one was sent to me for a job for sure, so I haven't paid for this one. So this is like an oversized, this actually might be a men's Levi's classic trucker jacket, as opposed to this one which is a women's one, which I definitely bought for testing basics, denim jacket, which I will have done not this summer just gone, but the one before that, so quite a while ago. I haven't worn either of these in absolutely ages. I think I prefer the fit of this one, the slightly more fitted one, so I'm going to say this was a keeper, because I feel like even though I haven't worn it, a light wash denim trucker jacket is something worth holding on to. And then this one can go into the sell pile. Now I've got 2 more denim jackets here that I'm going to both keeping both of these. These were both given to me when I went to Coachella with Levi's in the summer, so that was like one of my biggest career highlights. So these have huge sentimental value. We got to personalise them, so this one has Clive, which is my dad's name, in rhinestones along the back, and this one has my own my name just embroidered really lightly there. I don't really wear either of these, but this is the kind of thing that I'm just going to keep for sentimentality because it was just such a huge moment in my career and everything like that. So these two are being kept for slightly different reasons to usual. Okay, next up I have a blazer. This is from Sandro. They sent me this and I don't think I've ever worn it. So sometimes you get sent stuff from more premium brands that will be samples, and then at the end of the season they gift out their samples and they give it to people whose style they know it suits, basically. So I won't have chosen this. This will have just been sent to me because it's an old sample, and I think the reason I never worn it is because the sleeves are too short. And then if I'm remembering correctly, I got sent this around the time that I was moving, so end of summer, so I think it's just got absorbed into my wardrobe, whereas normally I'd make a point of either giving it to somebody else or sending it back to the PR. So yeah, this one has never been worn, and I will not be keeping this one, but I will see if the PR want this back for anything first because they just sent it to me. This pink blazer I got off Zalando when I went to the British Fashion Awards with them last December, the one before the one just gone. I wore a pink suit and this was the jacket of it. I have matching trousers too, and I also have some Gucci trousers in a very similar colour. The thing that I'm not keen on is this is when it's got these popper buttons, and I can't decide whether to keep this or not because I do like the pink, and I feel like a pink blazer is such a statement but so good for spring and summer, and the fit of this is quite good. I thought I was going to be way more decisive than I am being at this. What are we thinking? Keep or no? No, I need to be ruthless. No, I haven't worn it in ages. I won't wear it in ages. Yeah. Next here is another blazer. This is from Under the Stories. Whenever I wear this, I always feel like I'm going to play golf. Is it the Lords golfing tournament where they wear this colour green? I really like this blazer. The fit of it is great, and I've always really liked that the buttons are covered in fabric as well. But I really haven't worn it that much, and I'm trying to streamline my blazer collection basically and just have very few extremely strong blazers that I wear all the time. This one is unfortunately not making the cut, so this one shall be going. Another Under the Stories blazer is this check one. Now I also have this in a blue pinstripe. It's the exact same style, and I find I absolutely love the fit of these blazers. They're so good, but I have just consistently reached for the blue pinstripe one more, and because I mean it is a different print and everything, but because the colours aren't too dissimilar and the style is identical, I'm going to stick with the blue pinstripe one and say goodbye to this one. This one shall not be a keeper. This is what I mean about having like so many of the same thing, which you just don't need. Now, what have we got here? Here we have a, yellow linen, I was going to say Lelo Yinin, yellow linen blazer from Jigsaw. They sent me this for a trip that we went on to Crete in the beginning of summer. It was such a nice trip, and I'm a really huge fan of Jigsaw and their outerwear and tailoring, and this is a really lightweight linen one. But like I just said, I think I'm going to keep the blazer collection a little more streamlined and maybe not have colours like this. With pieces like this, I do always think, oh, come summer, am I going to regret having given this away? And I'm going to think, oh, I really want to be wearing a yellow blazer or something. But I think I'm willing to take the risk that I'm not going to wear it too often because thus far I haven't. Here we have another Levi's denim jacket. Honestly, now I can't remember what this was sent to me for. But the fit of this is definitely one of the women's one, and it is a really different fit. And it's actually an amazing double denim match with these jeans that I've got on. And you can see the fit of it is a bit more billowy and boxy. But I think I will just keep the light wash denim one. The Clive one that I have is the same colour as this. I know it's got Clive written on the back, but for styling purposes, I think I can get the same thing from that one as I can with this one. here, oh, these three are all keepers. So firstly, I have this Totem linen jacket. I got this on the Net-a-Porter sale probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's just every summer I just wear this. And this is kind of influencing, no, that's the wrong word. I'm trying to be thoughtful about this thought process in that things like the yellow Jigsaw one and the pink one, I'm a bit like, oh, on the fence about, will I regret getting rid of it in the summer, or will I never want to pick it up again? Whereas ones like this is just wholeheartedly no, every single summer for years and years and years to come, I'm going to wear the life out of this jacket. It's just brilliant. The belt on it, everything, the fit. Totem's one of my favourite brands. And yeah, this jacket I will never ever ever part with. I absolutely love it. Similarly, this was from Testing Basics. This is a black denim jacket from a brand called Khaite. This was incredibly expensive, and I remember I think it came in last place. Going forward, this has been the one that I've worn the most out of all of the denim jackets in that. It is mostly because it's a black denim jacket, so I still don't say you have to go out and get a really high-end one, but I would wholeheartedly recommend a black denim jacket in your collection. This with the gold buttons, and it does have an amazing fit to it, but I have worn this so much and will continue to wear it so much, so that's a keeper. And I'm also definitely going to be keeping my Lemaire blazer. I think I bought this in the spring of last year. Yeah, definitely. I remember buying it when I got back from Coachella. And it's just the most amazing fit. I love the colour, it's got the belt and everything and the big pockets. It's a really nice stiff material. I absolutely adore this jacket, so this is a keeper. Another definite keeper will be my Raey oversized jacket from a very recent Testing Basics of wool jackets. I guess the thing I'm sort of noticing here is that the high-end outerwear is the ones that I go on to wear the most, and whether that's just because you get a certain fit to it, a certain feel to the fabric, and that for me it's always going to be worth investing in high-end blazers and jackets and things. This I would never part with. It's one of the best purchases I made last year, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I've worn it so much and will continue to wear it so much. This is going nowhere. So contrary to what I just said, actually, this is an Acne Studios jacket that I bought when I visited Stockholm with Harry. So we're talking years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago now. And it is a lightweight black jacket, which I do still really like. It's got like nice big pockets on it and drawstrings around the sides and things, and it's a bit shorter at the back, but I haven't worn it very much in the past 2 years. Actually, I think I've probably only worn it once in the past 2 years, and I've got other high-end pieces like I've just shown you that I definitely wear a lot more and represent my style a lot more now. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this Acne one. And another keeper, this is this mango cropped trench style jacket. I think this will be about 2 years old now, and it was, a lot of people had it, like a lot of people wearing this on Instagram, and it was a really popular piece for good reason as well. It's really good quality. I love the crop. I feel like I've not gone through many cropped jackets here. And yeah, it's nice and quite heavily lined, so I've actually been wearing it now this time of year with lots of big knits underneath, and finding can just about get away with it in terms of warmth. So this is a keeper. This is the mango one, and who remembers this big vintage one that I bought when I lived in Manchester? I swear I got this for like 20-25 quid, and at the time I was a bit unsure about it because of the size of the shoulders, but so many of you commented on YouTube at the time saying keep it, you'll wear that so much for many years to come, and you were all right. It is this beautiful wool blazer. Can you see the like detailing down the back and things, the fit of it? I absolutely love this, and what's ironic, is it irony? I always struggle with the definition of irony, but let's go with ironic. What's ironic now is that one of my favourite things about it is the huge shoulders, and that was what was putting me off it initially. So this I will never part with, and I always get so many compliments on it when I wear it. Back to some jigsaw tailoring. My black long line Jigsaw Blazer, which I've had for many years now. Oh, we've just got out of focus. I can't even think how many years I've had this for. Probably 4 maybe. I definitely haven't worn it very much over the past year, but I still absolutely adore it and will always hold on to this because the quality of it is incredible. So it really is meant to last such a long time in your wardrobe, and just feels so nice and timeless. Another black blazer is my Frankie Storie one. which you guys know I love. Like, I wear this so much. I will not get rid of this one. This wasn't mega priced. The Frankie Storie is quite expensive. Frankie Shop it's called, sorry. I don't recall this being absolutely eye-watering, but it's just the most amazing fitting black blazer that I reach for all the time. So this is another piece I will never say goodbye to. I think one I will say goodbye to is this mustard Massimo Dutti jacket, which I love. I got this for, they sent me this for Fashion Week, September, so just over a year ago now. And I do really like it, and the colour and the fit and everything, but I think I've probably only worn it 2 or 3 times since they sent me it, so this deserves a more loving home for sure. On to the last few here from this section of the wardrobe. And very favourite piece of mine is this Everlane wool blazer. I'm sure you guys will have seen me wear this so many times. They still have this online. By the way, anything that's still available online I will link, but can't recommend this enough. Everybody should just go and buy this blazer. It's incredible. I've worn it so much. The fit's still amazing. It still feels like new. It's just fantastic. So that is a definite keeper. One that I will go, because if I'm being completely honest, I forgot I had this because it's been hiding under something on a hanger, is this cropped Under the Stories safari style jacket. Styling wise, it's so similar to styling the mango crop trench, and I much prefer that one because of the detailing on the sleeves and things. So yeah, this one's bringing nothing to my wardrobe in terms of styling opportunities that the mango one isn't. So this can go. If I remember rightly, this was also had a, oh, I don't know where it will be, another section on it that you could zip on to make it longer, which was quite novel. And then we've got 2 more here from this section. This recent Under the Stories Pinstripe Blazer. Now, this isn't the one that I was talking about earlier. That was a similar style to the checked one. This is a slightly shorter and boxier fit and is really recent in my wardrobe, and I've been wearing it quite a bit, so this is definitely going to be a keeper. It's black, whereas the other one is navy blue, and this has a light grey stripe through it. I know they're very similar styles, but for now I'm still absolutely loving this one and the boxiness of it. So this shall be a keeper. And another Under the Stories jacket. The Under the Stories stuff, I struggle to remember what's been sent to me and what's bought. I've explained this before, but basically I get a monthly allowance with them to buy things from them. Then sometimes I work with them on a sponsored basis on Instagram, so you'll sometimes see sponsored posts that we work on. And then I also do shop there a lot, especially for testing basics. So Under the Stories, I always struggle to remember what's been sent to me and what's bought, but it's always a mix, and I'm a big fan of the brand, so I'm sorry if I'm being not so clear on that one. So yeah, this is the last jacket from that section, which is really similar to the cream one I just tried on, a cropped cotton black one, which is from Under the Stories, like I've just said several times. And this I'm going to keep. Like I was saying, I've not really picked out many cropped jackets. I'm more of a long line jacket fan, but a cropped jacket is good to have in your wardrobe, and maybe 1 or 2 styles and colours like I've left with here. Just for styling with high-waisted stuff. Sometimes they work better on evenings with dresses and things, or skirts. And this is so simple. It's just, you can dress it up or you can dress it down. So this is going to be a keeper for me. And there is some more jackets. I'm trying to stick to jackets and not do coats. So we need to be selective going through this section. Now, what have we got? These are jackets. So my Timmy Blazer, let's keep that shut so you guys can still see nicely. This Timmy Blazer I adore. When did I buy this? I think also last summer. I bought this off Net-a-Porter, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my smartest blazers. It's got a slight sheen through the fabric, which just gives it a really smart and evening look. I do wear it a lot in the daytime as well, but this I absolutely love, and the shoulders and the fit and everything. This is definitely a keeper. This was sent to me by Rouge. I don't think I've actually worn this. It was sent to me quite recently before Christmas, maybe in like November time. And it's a wool brown jacket with a black stripe through it and quite big pockets. I'll be completely honest, the quality of this really does not feel impressive. The sleeves are a bit too short on me. Over all the other jackets I have, I don't think I would ever reach for this one, and I can't say I particularly recommend buying it. I've become a really big fan of their denim, which I was also rude about at first, but that jacket, the quality really doesn't feel up to scratch. Here we have this Massimo Dutti cropped corduroy jacket that I really like, but maybe it's too similar to the mango one and I prefer the style of the mango one, but I do still really like this. This is a lot thicker and squishier and everything, so I think I maybe will hold on to this and see how much I wear it through the final winter months and going into spring, because I do really like it. Maybe I'm being a bit too generous to myself there and how similar it is, but I do quite like that still. What else have we got? Lots of tops. That's the coat. We have here, oh, this was sent to me from IRO, which is a brand I mentioned in a video recently and then looked online and never realised how expensive this brand is. So I actually dread to think how much this will have been. This was sent to me, like I just said, I picked it from a lookbook, but without, more for me, without really researching just how high end this brand is, because a jumper I had was €900, so I'm going to look this up online, but this is going to be pricey. It's a leather jacket in style of a denim jacket with some fraying on the shoulders and stuff. They sent me this just before it started to get really cold, and it is really thin. Like, even though it's a leather jacket, it's not warm, and because it's so oversized, it's just really like breezy and airy. So the one time I did wear it, I was just absolutely freezing, but I really like it. It's super cool, kind of a bit grungier than lots of the things I have in my wardrobe, which are a lot more classic and maybe a bit more chic. I don't think this is particularly chic, it's just a bit like edgier. So because it's something different for me, I'm going to hold on to it, but like I said, I can't imagine that I'm going to think it's worth whatever that price tag is, because it's an expensive brand. I also have this Jigsaw jacket, which was from Testing Basics, from the wool jacket one, in which the Raey wool jacket won, which I was just showing you earlier. Oh dear, this focus, here we go. It is another long line blazer from Jigsaw. I haven't worn this much going forward, and I actually think it is very similar styling wise to my Everlane one. Sorry about that, guys, the camera just ran out of memory. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of similar in styling to the Everlane one, and I haven't really worn it. I actually don't think I've worn it since I filmed Testing Basics, and this one did really well in the video because I do really like it and really recommend it, because I'm a big fan of the Jigsaw longline blazers anyway, but I just am not actually sure whether going forward it has a place in my wardrobe where I'm going to end up wearing it a lot. Similarly to the IRO jacket, no sorry, similar to the Massimo jacket, I think I'm going to hold on to this for the next few winter months and see if I can get a bit more wear out of it, because I am a huge fan. But going forward, if I'm realistic, I think maybe I have similar pieces in my wardrobe that I actually enjoy wearing more than that one. The Zara one was also in Testing Basics. Oops. This came in last place and I haven't worn it since, which hasn't surprised me because I just wasn't a huge fan of it really. I really liked the colour, but it just wasn't my favourite in Testing Basics, and like I said, I haven't worn it since, so this one shall go. Another thing I haven't worn but was sent to me, this was definitely sent to me from Under the Stories, is this cord blazer. I really liked this when I got it and I was really excited about it, but I just haven't reached for it a single time since they sent it to me. But I remember it was one of the things I picked out and I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this loads because it's kind of feels very regal basically. And I think I was having one of my Princess Diana obsession moments. And I just haven't worn it, so I don't think I'm going to start wearing it anytime soon. I think I misjudged this item in my wardrobe, which does happen, it does happen. I'm just picking around coats. Oh, this I adore. This I bought on my birthday, so at the beginning of November. It's a sleeveless blazer from Raey. And I've been wearing it a lot over the for evenings and stuff, and it's got these huge shoulders, but like the sleeves have just been cut off and you can see the shoulder pads. It looks really weird with bare arms, but it looks great with long sleeve black t-shirts and things. It has a belt which is God only knows where, so you just belt it close and then it cinches in and just looks amazing. This has been a very evening piece for me, like I said, and the thickness of it, let's shut that. The thickness of it's been great for evening outfits in the winter. So this, I have a lot of wear to get out of that yet. I adore it still. Oh, the beloved Chloe jacket, of course. Wait, let me try and... These are jackets. those are jackets, that's a jacket. Oh my gosh, so excessive. Okay, this is a coat, 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 coat. Okay, that's that done, because we're on to coats then, which is, as you can see, gonna have to be a different section. This is what I mean about how extensive this job is. So I have here, I had a shirt under it, this wool blazer that I bought in Paris in October from the Frankie shop. Absolutely love it. I'm sure now that I've gotten this far through this, my decision to get rid of the brightly coloured blazers at the beginning of this task was 100% right, because my collection of like neutral colours and black ones are the ones I reach for all the time, and it is already extensive enough. I'm sure we will all agree. But this is a wool one, and I've been wearing it a lot through the winter because it's incredibly warm. Love the colour of it. Love the fit of it, everything. I absolutely love this blazer. It was quite expensive and I was unsure of it when I was buying it. I'm so glad I got it. This is maybe slightly more of a coat. Arden sent me this. I've never actually bought anything from Arden before. This is the only thing I have from them, and they sent me it. Really oversized jacket, and I absolutely love it, and it's got like a big waterfall collar. However, styling wise, it doesn't do anything for me that the Raey one doesn't do. And this is like a cotton mixed fabric, whereas the wool of the Raey one gives it a different structure and a different fit that this just cannot compete with. So this I'm not going to hold on to. I've put this on with outfits so many times since I got it, and every single time gone, oh, the Raey one is just far better. This was another piece from Testing Basics, an Under the Stories wool jacket. Now I'm realising I have a lot more cream jackets than I thought I did. This is longer but similar styling wise to the Massimo cord one, but this I'm definitely going to keep because I really like it. Really like it for spring especially. I sort of got this towards the end of summer, September time, and we were still having a few heat wave days then. So I got to wear it with some really nice summery outfits and just absolutely loved styling it for that. I've not been wearing it as much now it's gotten colder because it is quite lightweight, but going into spring and summer I'm quite confident that this will get a lot more wear because I still really love it. Another one from that Testing Basics was this hugely oversized wool blazer from Weekday. Really like it. I really like it. I suppose styling wise it's similar to the vintage one that I have from Manchester. And this doesn't compare to that. That one is so beautiful and so beautifully made, but this I still really love. I think this came second in Testing Basics, and I still really recommend it. I think it's also going to look really good with bare legs in the summer as well. And last two pieces, oh my gosh, this is the Under the Stories blue pinstripe one that I kept mentioning. I bought this last spring. Because it was, no, last autumn. Yeah, so over a year ago now, and I still absolutely love this. I remember this is, I actually bought this from Under the Stories because I remember trying it on in the changing rooms and being really excited about it. But yeah, this is, I love it still, absolutely love it. I still really recommend the other one as well. They think they still have this blazer in a few different prints and things, but generally the fit of it is just incredible, so really recommend them. And then finally, this was sent to me from the Outnet. My Chloe jacket, I absolutely love this. I'm also thinking I started off this video being like, I haven't got many cropped jackets, which really isn't true, is it? I have a lot more than I think. But this I'll never get rid of. I adore this jacket. The shape of it, the print of it, everything. I absolutely love it. So this is definitely another one of my favourite pieces from the past year, even though I got it quite recently. And that's what I mean about the issue with doing those videos sometimes, where you think about your favourite pieces from the past year. It's so hard just not to focus on the most recent things. But anyway, I adore this. So I'm so out of breath. That was such a job. That is just jackets. We haven't done coats. You can see how momentous this task is. And I don't want this video to at all seem as a showing off, look how many clothes I've got. I'm sure you're all aware that I have so many clothes. You're all aware that bloggers get sent so many stuff. It's so much stuff. It's part of our jobs and it's excessive. And it's not something that I want to promote, and I don't want this video to be seen as promoting that in terms of, look at this, how much stuff I've got, aren't I lucky? Of course I am incredibly fortunate, and I always remind myself of that, but this is more to make me realise what I've got. Even like I'd said just then about how I started this off thinking I don't have many cropped jackets, but having tried everything on, I realised that I do. No matter how big your wardrobe is, I think it can be easy to end up forget certain items, especially if you're at the point which I am at where you're doubling things up on hangers. You physically stop seeing some things and they just get forgotten, which is something that I want to make sure that everything in my wardrobe is a single thing per hanger. Everything is stuff that I wear, so that any purchases I make going forward are as well informed as possible and aren't going to be mistakes, aren't going to be unnecessary, aren't going to be impulsive, anything like that. So I hope you're going to enjoy this series. It's going to be long. We're going to do it over God knows how long, however long it takes. I'm just going to keep chipping away at this. Like I said, anything that's still available will be linked in the description box, but lots of things have been old items here. I will also link my Depop and my vestiaire and things like that, and if I'm going to a particular charity shop, it will be one in Notting Hill. I will let you guys know which charity shop that ends up being. And yes, whew, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Feedback always welcome. If you want me to do anything differently throughout this, now would be the time to let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.